Hello, my name is Mike Jeffrey, and I received my kidney transplant in 2020 from Paula, my sister-in-law, who was the donor. I lived with kidney disease all my life. I was diagnosed with IgA nephropathy, which was an autoimmune disease. I lived with that from my 30s on until around just before my 60th birthday, where my kidneys started to tank, and I was told then that I would need a kidney transplant. I'd been comfortable sharing all about my kidneys and my condition through my life, talking to people, but when it came to actually asking someone to help me, that was my biggest barrier, and I was so ashamed and embarrassed to ask anyone to do such a big favor as to lend the kidney. So I struggled with that, and finally my wife stepped in and said, "You know what? We got to get your message out." She wrote an email for me, and I sent that email out to friends and family, and that's when Paula volunteered. And even when Paula first volunteered, I was figuring ways to reject it, but eventually I was able to overcome that, and have a new fresh kidney, and I'm doing very well.
Yeah, 4.5 years in.
Yeah.
And so my name is Paula, and I am the sister of Mike's wife, and I donated my kidney to Mike, and we went through, we had our surgery in 2020 during COVID, and I would say that was, that added to the experience for sure. When I heard that Mike needed a kidney, in one of our family gatherings, I knew right away that I wanted to donate if I could, and I wanted to get tested. I had no idea whether we were the same blood type or not, but as it turns out, we were. So I, interestingly enough, never had any kind of doubt or worry about making that decision to donate. It wasn't an obstacle for me at all. So once that was made and we went through the testing then and found out that we were a match, we had to wait for a while in COVID. And I think the only thing that I didn't know about was what the surgery would be like. So the testing went fine. I was a little hesitant about what would be involved in the surgery, and my biggest fear was about the 6 weeks after for financial concerns and just being home alone in my house for 6 weeks as I healed from the surgery, because we were in isolation with COVID at the time. So that would be my biggest obstacle. Once the surgery was done, it went fine, and I can speak for both of us that we feel great, both do now, which led me to feeling so good about it and the fact that I didn't have anybody to talk to before the surgery from a previous donor who'd gone through it, I decided to join the TAP Ambassador program. So you notice that Mike and I are wearing green vests. Mike is a recipient and I'm a donor, and we are transplant ambassadors. So what we are is a volunteer-led group of, I'm just going to read this, of 200 plus volunteers. We're all transplant recipients and donors, living kidney donors, sharing our experiences and providing one-on-one support for others going through the process we've already gone through.
Yes, and if you'd like to know more information about the Transplant Ambassador Program, I really recommend you go to www.transplantambassador.ca for more information. This site is awesome. It's one-stop shopping. It has you can talk to TAP recipients and donors. You can put your own profile on to asking for a donation. There's a resource site that it's collected all the information, including letters that you could use to ask for help. It really is a very, very good website. Highly recommended to go to it. And if you don't remember the website, you can just Google Transplant Ambassador Program and you'll find it. Now, I joined as TAP was simple because I was just so grateful and appreciative of first my donor, and of course all the medical professionals in the Riverside, and the surgeons, and all the healthcare professionals, what they did for me, and how well it all went. So I was really appreciative. I really felt like I needed to give something back to the program. In terms of my experience as a TAP, the people I talk to most often are struggling with finding a donor or asking for a donor, and my advice to them is always, speak openly about your condition early and often, and it's okay to ask for a donor. Paula once said to me that giving me a kidney was a gift to me, and I still have a little bit of a hard time wrapping my head around that, but what I've learned from that is that it's okay to ask for help, because the person that's going to come forward for you will be there because they want to be there.
Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing I would tell a potential donor is that if you have a gut feeling that you want to do it, follow your gut and listen to yourself that you want to at least try and help someone who needs a kidney. The other thing I learned is that there is anonymous donation where people just give one of their own kidneys altruistically to someone who needs it. And I think the act of giving to someone who needs help with their health is really the most amazing feeling for me, for giving to others. So in closing, I just want to say that Mike and I, we wish you well.
Yes.